I'm maybe too young to understand, but I started to ask questions actually to my mom and to actually my grandparents, and I realized that actually my mom knew a little bit about my um, grandparents' stories, or our own father and mother, because they kind of never talked about it.
Hmm.
And this is when I would say it's all started, really, because I realized that actually my grandpa was there during the war, and I started to ask him question, and he just told me, that he was in Germany. Like, what?
Hmm.
What did you do in Germany? And he explained to me that he was actually forced to go there. So we call that in French the STO, Service du Travail Obligatoire. So some people volunteer for that, and
Right.
I would say, a large number were forced to actually go in Germany to work um, in factories, as laborers.
Yeah, the same here
And
in the Netherlands.
yes, actually, I mean, the German youth was fighting, all over the place, North Africa, Italy, uh, eastern part of Europe, against the Soviet army, and soon after here in Normandy as well, after D-Day. But what I'm saying is that a lot of Germany people were fighting, and so they needed men to work in factories, to
Hmm.
build ammunition tanks. There were already a lot of Germans that took French prisoners in 1940. Like, we're talking about millions
Right.
that were working in Germany as laborers in fields, and factories. And they actually, after that, in 1943, my grandpa and other French were sent to Germany because they needed more hands to work, more
Wow.
laborers. And actually, I've got with me something interesting, because um, when I was like 9, 10 years old, I started to actually try to find, artifacts from the war,
Right.
helmets, rifles, and stuff like that. So I was looking and digging everywhere in my grandpa uh, farm, and one day I found this card,
Wow.
and it's kind of an ID that he had when he was in Germany.
Oh, I see. Is that?
And which is interesting is that for
Wow.
a lot of people, the concept, our
Can you show it?
generation.
Can you show it again?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
So what is it?
You see,
René Paris. René Paris.
René Paris is
Paris.
actually the name of my grandpa, but
Wow.
which is absolutely strange for me. I was born in 1990. Um, I was free from the day I was born to 2020. I never grew up thinking that my liberty, my freedom could be taken away.
Right.
And I read my grandpa names, but everything is in German. Name, Vorname, aus, and there's stuff that I don't read German, but Marins Persignamt, I don't know what it is, but it's kind of interesting because this is the proof that 76 years ago, uh, so that was 1944. So 77 years ago,
Huh.
my grandpa lost his entire freedom.
Right.
He was
Right.
taken away from the farm because he was a farmer. He was sent to Germany, didn't have any choice, and for 2 years he was there, never came back home. The mail was very limited to his family. I'm going to actually show you a document because I told you when I was a kid, I was just trying to find those little things. And this is actually a document showing the mail that he was able to send uh, the year of 1944.
What? It,
So
wow.
today, when you think about it, we
What
have
is it? What is the document?
Facebook.
What is the document saying?
It's in German.
He's writing
And
in German.
no, 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 no. It's in German, but it's the stamps of all the mail that he was able to send to
Okay.
his girlfriend, my grandma.
Okay.
So you can see that he sent, like for example, he sent one mail in January, one in February, one in March, one in April, and it's kind of funny. No, no, actually, he sent like one, two. I'm so sorry. He sent like two in January. But today, when you're far from home, like today, we're like using Zoom, Facebook. You can
Right.
text your mom every day or your girlfriend. But I'm just trying to imagine my great grandparents when they saw their uh, son taken away, and news were very limited.
It's
And
unbelievable.
which is kind of crazy is that you can see the last mail. was sent in July and was received here in Tours in July because August, the town going to be liberated by the American troops, and afterward there were no more connection, which
Oh,
means there were no possibility for my
right.
grandpa to send mail to my grandma, which means that for since August 1944 to the time he came back in July 45, July, August. So for about a year, my grandma had no clue where my grandpa was and if he was still alive.